James Lee with James Lee's Bees. I am back in the bee yard today to check on a couple of colonies. I actually wanted to revisit, verify mite counts. I have to look at a colony that's mite load was a little high, but also didn't have any brood. So we had a high mite load and 0 brood in the colony. And when I say high mite load, that's in reference to the established thresholds of treatment, typically being 1, 2, 3%, etc. So the colony in question also has gone through several brood breaks because I keep losing the queen on inspection. Shame on me, as she was a good queen initially. I lost her. And then a queen was made and they got going again, and on re-inspection I found her and she flew off when I grabbed her. That was awesome. And so I came back a few weeks later to find emerged cells, and now it has been at least 15 days in which all brood will have emerged from the previous queen, and there should be a laying queen in the colony. That's this colony here. Based on my last inspection and my last mite wash, I marked it to treat. And let's see what the counts were on the notes. It says I was last here on August 3rd, and the mite wash was plus 20 plus mites. Again, that's pretty high considering traditional thresholds, but the totality of evidence is that there is no brood in the colony when that wash occurred. So the hypothetical question you have to ask yourself in that circumstance, what do I do? Because once there's capped brood in the colony again, that mite wash essentially is going to be low 1% maybe, but also it's a significant brood break that naturally addresses the mites. And from an integrated pest management standpoint, this is a good opportunity for that colony to run its course as far as treatment is concerned. So being completely broodless, you can use oxalic acid and probably eliminate a significant amount of the mites in the colony. Or I could leave it and we could see what happens with the mite load that they're currently carrying. But considering it's been, I don't know, it's been several weeks, 2.5 weeks, I'm going to go in and see if I can find the queen, and then I'm going to do another mite wash and see where they stand. Stay tuned. I lied. I was standing behind the wrong box. This colony actually does have a queen. It is marked. That mite count was with brood. Everything I was saying was about this colony with the shamrock. So you can see here that I was here on the 17th and there was evidence that a virgin had emerged. And today I believe is the 24th or 25th, Sunday. So I'm going to take a look in there and see if we can find the queen. Now looking for the queen, I try not to smoke from the top because I want to be able to find her if she's up top. This colony is going to have a lot of stores in the top because I've already done honey harvest and they've been backfilling since the honey harvest, which was probably around the 17th when I was here last. But there's also potential that you'll find eggs up in the top, maybe even the queen, depending on the circumstances. So I'm going to start with a frame in the middle just to the outside and the top. And I wore my contact lenses today, which means I can't see eggs very well. It's kind of hard to see here, but they are filling this all with nectar, just like we want them to. This is also a very shady yard, so it is often hard to see on the tree line here. To see eggs. So they're doing something that I don't know what others may call it, but I call it holding space. And because I can't see, I got a pen light so I can see down into the cells. I mean, at this point, I don't really care to find the queen as much as I just want to see evidence of the queen. But given that the mite count on this colony was actually 16, not 20, because I was, looking at the wrong colony. That probably is not that big of a deal considering there's not much for brood. I'll pull 2 more frames from the top and then I'm going to go ahead and go down further into the brood nest. If I find the queen, there are some frames in here I'm going to replace with drawn comb that they've only partially drawn, and they're not likely going to draw any more new comb this season. And there's the queen. So we have a queen right hive. The question is, she mated. She's in there. I don't know if you could see her. Yeah, it's fuzzy. Try to refocus here. Yeah, it keeps trying to focus on my face. That's always fun when you come across a broken frame. There she is. She's a little small, so she may not have started laying yet. It's been 15 days since emergence, so she should be laying any minute now. There should be eggs in here somewhere. I guess we'll have to come back and check in a week or 2 and see if she's got it going. If not, this colony's not going to have enough brood for winter. Well, the conclusion is the queen is in there. The queen is marked. A little light on stores. I swapped out some undrawn comb with some drawn comb. You can see here. I was going to add some brood from another colony that had a smaller queen. Or, I'm sorry, a smaller colony and a queen. But as you can see here, they are flying around because I moved the box. And we have a rob out and a slime out up here. Let's see, where is it? I don't know where I put the frames. Right there. Yep, you can see the slime and the small hive beetles. I put it out for the chickens, but these dumb chickens don't seem to like small hive beetles. There's a giant pile of them right here. Small hive beetles galore. And here's the chickens ignoring it. For the sake of not only showing the good in these bees and in my videos, this colony had a mite count of, let's see, it says 12 on August 3rd. It is now August 24th. So when I was inspecting to see how the brood looked, it looked like there was quite a bit of brood for a winter nest that's getting ready for the fall, if you will. But what I did observe was deformed wing virus on a few bees, freshly emerged bees that also were showing shriveled wing or K-wing or deformed wing, whatever you want to call it. They did not look good. So given that that count was what it was, and it's probably only gotten higher since, I am going to treat this colony along with the one next to it, which had a mite count of 20 plus on August 3rd as well. So that's kind of where we're at with that. Kind of sucks. I'll put 2 pads of Formic on a stack of 3 medium 8s, and we will check their status when I return for that colony to check on its health. So the way that I do it is I follow the instructions like from the manufacturer. There's 1 pad there, and there's 1 pad there. Some of you may be disappointed in me, but it is one of 5 hives in this yard that's going to require treatment because it is close to or over 5% and definitely appears sick. So there's enough evidence to support treating that colony. Same with the one next door, which looks like it might be a little heavier on bees, but I will add the boxes back to this, and then I will add an additional super right there to give them a little ventilation up top.